Okay, this is a short video on removing a luan underlayment. In this bathroom I am putting in ceramic floor, and it used to have a vinyl sheet floor, and it had an underlayment which was this luan 1/4 inch plywood, and I was planning on putting the cement backer board and tile on top of this. And as I started looking into how to do that, I began noticing these warnings about do not use thin set over the luan, do not put tile over luan, even if it's somewhere in the sandwich. And basically because I hadn't already put a lot of investment into this luan, it was already there, and I hadn't actually started building on top of it. I said, okay, this is a small bathroom, it's only 30 square feet, I can take this out. What's under it is 5/8 inch plywood, and this 5/8 inch plywood should be a sturdy base for the backer board, so I shouldn't have to replace this luan with anything else. The 1/4 inch thickness of the backer board of the luan is actually going to be replaced by the 1/4 inch thickness of the backer board, so my height is going to be okay. It's just going to take a couple of hours. I've probably been doing this for about 2 hours, and I got halfway through, but I'm getting better at it. And so my technique is basically a slow technique, slow and careful. I don't want to hurt myself or rip anything. There are things online where you can use a saw to cut this up, but this stuff actually snaps pretty easily. So my technique is to use the cat's paw. The luan is, in this case, is nailed in with ring shank nails, but the saving grace is it's not glued at all. So the ring shank nails are placed every 5 or 6 inches. So what I've been doing is I pull out a row of them. I then score the luan with the utility knife. Then I use the pry bar to pry it up. And as you can see, it generally will snap on the score line. And that's one reason, I guess, possibly why it's not advised as material for underlayment. Possibly it's supposed to be not water resistant, and it's supposed to also have some issues with strength. I have another bathroom in this house that the house is almost 40 years old, and it's got tile in it, and the tile and that is put on luan, same as this. That's the way the house came, and we have not really had a problem with that floor. I'm pretty confident that if I had put the tile on this floor, it probably would have been okay. But just because where I was in the project, I couldn't sleep not knowing that it was really going to be okay, and that down the road I wasn't going to make a problem for myself, because of course the other bathroom that is on luan I can't inspect. I don't know exactly what type of mastic, what cement, what was used to hold it on, and all I know is, as I've been going forward on this project, I've been following pretty much this video on this old house where they use a cement board and the thin set with latex, and then the tile on top of that. And so in following that procedure, using the thin set, the luan is not recommended. There's tremendous controversy on the internet. I mean, remodelers don't want to do this extra step because, of course, they have to charge the customer for it. Customer doesn't want this extra step. A lot of the people feel that they're wasting resources by scrapping the luan. Can't they use it? Wouldn't it make the plywood, wouldn't it make the overall subfloor stiffer, and a lot of stuff like that? The answers to those questions, I don't really know. In this case, I'm just kind of following a recommended procedure. Some of the nails, are rusted, and the heads will break off, and I will have to use the vice grips to pull them out. I did have one that broke off, and I had to drive it down because I couldn't, even in pulling it out, it snapped right at the level of the wood, and I wasn't going to obviously try digging it out. I just drove it down. That was just one so far out of a pile of hundreds of nails probably at this point, because there are a lot of nails. So it's going to take me another hour or so. I'm wearing gloves. I don't have my gloves on right now, but I would recommend gloves because you can easily get splinters. And yes, it's basically, it's like that type of thing. Okay, some pieces are easier than others. Sometimes it will shred off like that, depending on just random things. So it seems to be going okay, and I feel a little bit better. It's not. I didn't get myself. It doesn't look like I've got myself into a nightmare here. Looks like I'm going to be able to get it out and then just start from that particular point, and hopefully things will go more smoothly. I did actually screw in this luan, and I did identify the joists. I did drill holes, and I put screws in, deck screws. Now it turned out, so I did waste a couple of hours putting in those deck screws. So that's not. So I do have some loss here, but the deck screws, at least they were easy to get out with the screw gun. In terms of getting them out, I got them out in probably an hour. Probably took me an hour, a couple hours to putting them in. So yes, I hemmed and hawed about whether or not I really wanted to rip it out, but then since I have a lot of time for this project, I don't really need to get it done at any particular time, so I decided to do it this way. Okay, thanks. Bye.